Hello, friends and family. This is Megan Moon, aka 저는 미국 사람입니다. And today we have a very interesting topic, and that is the rise of foreign marriage here in Korea. Now, even just in the last year, marriages between Korean men and Japanese women went up 40% in a year. So something's going on. A lot of people are starting to go towards international marriage. So today we're going to dive into this topic on why that is. And today I have brought a very special guest, Jediah Jed, aka Seoul Yellow Fellow. It's his YouTube channel.
Hello, happy to be here, and thank you for the invitation. And I'm going to unpack some of my personal experience to shed a light on this topic, because this topic is pretty hot right now.
And on your channel, you talk a lot about relationship stuff, and that's
Yes.
actually how I found him. I feel like there's not a lot of people talking deeply about issues, and things are more surface level. So I really appreciate that you actually open up and share your personal stories. That's
Yes.
not something that a lot of people do here. So.
I had much more luck with non-Korean girlfriends, and with the Korean exes, I didn't have much more luck. I'm not saying that Korean girls are not as good, but I just picked the wrong one, and that experience taught me a lot of Korean society, especially in dating market, and what are the criteria when they pick the right one
Right.
one in the market.
Right. I think there's a lot of Korean cultural things that keep people from actually being themselves and seeing people for being people. Like, one thing that a lot of Korean people have told me is, talking to me, they feel like they can be themselves. They don't have to put on like this fake thing. And just in general, a lot of people, when they talk with foreign people, they feel like there's more of a connection because people are showing more of themselves. And I kind of think that takes place in the dating market as well.
Yes.
Whereas in Korea, it's kind of more focused on your roles and kind of what you can offer, and not actually seeing the person as a person.
Yes.
So I was wondering, do you think that could be something that could be contributing to that, or have you felt that?
I feel like the chemistry matters a lot less based on my experience with my Korean exes. We say 결혼이 현실이다, marriage is a reality. So when we were young, we tend to go for attraction. Attraction matters more, chemistry matters more. But as you get your full-time job, things get serious. There's a shift. You care more about your boyfriends and girlfriends' salary, and if they work for mid-sized small company, or if they are lawyer or doctors, those things come to play the bigger role. So the chemistry between you and your girlfriend, and it starts to matter a lot less. So we become a product in the market. We also think about what my family members think about my girlfriend and my boyfriend.
right.
So we need agreement and approval.
That's true.
I think the international marriage, it's working now, because also Koreans are getting tired of competition and being judged. Not just men, but also women too. We've been competing from day one to get to the better university and to get the better job. But again, in the dating market, we have to compete again. So we are getting tired. So with my foreign exes, they definitely judge me a lot less based on the outer things, material things.
Right.
But Korean exes, some of them actually left me because of my family problem, or my job was less stable than my 9-to-5 time. I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of Korean men are looking for foreign spouse.
People who judge them less.
A lot less.
I had a friend, he had a girlfriend, he loved her like so much. He would always talk about her. So he went to meet her family, and to his face, everybody was like, oh yeah, hi. But then like 2 days later, she broke up with him. And then it was like 1.5 or 2 weeks later, he goes on social media and she just had a full-on wedding with a guy. And so of course she looked, who is this guy? The guy is a dentist.
Of course.
So if it was just 2 weeks later, then that, you know, that the parents or whoever had been setting that up for her already anyway. So she was seeing both of them, I guess. And the parents were just like, okay, let's look at this boy one more time. And then they came and were like, no, go be with this dentist. So she did. And I wonder, like, those people are typically not happy. I think that's why so many people are unhappy in marriages, because they don't actually have a connection. And that's why their cheating rates here, I think, are so high. Because
Yes.
people like 조건 보고 결혼하니까. People just look at the specifications and get married as opposed to the person.
Yes.
So then people go out and pursue their love ventures outside of marriage is the vibe that I'm getting.
Also, I got advice from someone I know. I wouldn't call him a friend. He said,
You wouldn't call him a friend?
no. because
Well, okay. Well,
his
this
advice
his
is
advice is crazy.
his advice is
Okay.
quite toxic, but
Oh.
also at the same time quite realistic.
Uh-huh.
He told me that marry someone, find someone that that would benefit for you, that someone who would help you to be successful as an artist, because that's what I chose. And then what about love? What about the chemistry? What about the happiness in the house? And he said, marriage is a contract. Find the best terms and conditions before you sign, and you have this great wife. She will help you to grow as an artist, and you become someone big. You become somebody, and then that time you can have a side chick. It's like, what? But he said, yeah, but because love fades.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been married yet, but I can roughly imagine living with someone for 20 years. Maybe love could fade. I can only imagine, but that was his theory. Because love will always fade, but you can refill new girlfriends, younger ones, prettier ones, but your supportive wife will stay the same. Which is why I don't call him my friend, but
Yeah,
quite toxic
that's
advice. But
definitely
at the
not a
same
friend.
time, based on Korean culture, it makes quite a lot of sense
Yeah,
in
I
a
think
way.
a lot of people do that. I think it's because people don't have relationship skills to go deeper. So I know somebody who said that with her Korean partner, they have been together for years now. And they said, you know, this is the first time in my life that as time goes on, I feel like I love you more than I did before. So I think everybody I know around me who's been married, like back in the States or whatever, they all say the same thing. I think it's when you have the ability to have deep relationships with people. So if there's an issue, we know how to talk about it. We know how to encourage one another. As time goes on, you do get a deeper relationship with that person. My husband is sometimes surprised when we go to America, or my family will comes and he'll see like the spouses joking together. And like my brother has been married for I think like 10 plus years now, and him and his wife like joke around. We have a good time together. And then he's like, wow, I've never seen like people who married so long who like each other.
Right.
And I was like, well, to me, that's just normal. I don't know.
They have a strong friendship based on to
Yeah.
build the love.
Yeah.
Right.
But you don't see that here. So I will say in a place like this, then that's probably what a lot of people will do, and it makes sense.
I think it has a lot to do with the attitude when it comes to dating as well when you're even young. I felt like with Korean girlfriends, I had to play the role of that, like taking care of her, doing a little things for her. So she depend on me rather than we have a good base of friendship and we joke
Right.
around. And then on top of that, we build chemistry slash love. So when all these bubbly things you mentioned are gone, there's nothing left. Me playing the role of father, that's responsibility rather than how you brother joke around and make fun of each other and having a good time. The friendship is a must in my opinion. So your marriage will last longer. From what I've seen from my 9-to-5 life, when you're stable, when you're getting promotions, your future looks so bright. It looks like a good time to get married and find a wife. And she feels the same way, but we don't have this base. We only have outer things, material things.
Right, right.
Often I feel like with my Korean exes, our relationship was on the surface level. And I never really had a deep conversation with them.
Right.
Unlike foreign exes, after breakup, I always felt like I matured.
Yeah.
And I grew up. They helped me to grow up as an adult.
Yeah.
And then when I look back at the relationship I had with non-Korean exes, I have a lot of good memories and look back at myself and I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that, I shouldn't have done that. But with my Korean exes, the arguments were mostly more brutal and more
Yeah.
emotional. And
Yeah.
I said to myself, she shouldn't have said that to me.
Yeah.
Rather than I shouldn't have done that to my foreign exes.
It's very rare too that people in Korea will break up and still be able to be friends or cordial with one another.
Yes,
like
yes,
when
I agree.
people break
I
up
agree.
in Korea, it's like we can't even, especially after divorce.
I'm friends with none of my Korean exes.
you-
They hate me, I think. I think we usually become enemies. As I said, going back to your point, we don't have a friendship base.
Right. Yeah, it's so interesting. You know, you mentioned the thing about they want like a sort of a father. I hear that from a lot of like women too, though, like after marriage, like their husband just wanted a mom.
Oh, true. Very true.
I think on both sides,
Yes, very true.
parents
from
do too much for their kids. And when they get married, they want their spouse to also be their parent.
yes.
We are not your parents.
Yes. Rather than wife and husband, they want
Yeah.
mom and dad.
Yeah.
Not for their kids, but for themselves as
Yeah.
well.
It's like, do for me, do for me, do for me.
Yes.
Sorry. I hope people don't take this as just like bashing Korean culture or men or women, but
Yeah.
we're just sort of discussing issues in dating in Korea. Of course, America has issues too. I just haven't been in America in like 14 years, so I have no idea. We're talking about issues in Korean dating.
I think
This is not to
that's
say that America's perfect. I heard America's going ish too.
what you
here.
said makes a lot of sense in my opinion, and it has a lot to do with the 황혼형, the divorce in their 60s.
Later age.
Yeah, later age. We talked about we have this like a dopamine and
Yep.
crazy chemistry in the beginning of a relationship and marriage, and then this passionate love is gone. We only have responsibility, and we don't have the base of friendship, but we still have kids, so we got to stay together. And when the kids are all grown up, then there's nothing left. That's why I think people
Yes.
go the separate way. 황혼형.
Well, a lot of people, they're just like, okay, once the kids grow up, then and after they get married, then we'll divorce.
Yes.
Because there's so many people who, for the wedding, they need a mom and dad there. I've heard of cases where people were faking it. Like they didn't tell their partner that their parents were divorced because along the lines of looking at qualifications on paper, family background is there. Like if your parents are divorced, some people might not want to marry you.
Right.
So some people will lie and have their parents like pretend like they're together
Yes.
until the wedding and then be like, oh yeah, my parents are divorced. But they've been divorced forever.
I have a friend. You can edit this out if you don't like this, but I have a
So
friend.
we're gonna keep it. Any tea. Okay, my subscribers are ladies, okay? We love the tea.
Okay, so I wanna say that I have a friend.
Mosquito. Okay.
His marriage is quite toxic, but he has FU money, rich guy, and he didn't have a plan to get married, but he got one of his girls pregnant, so he got married.
Ooh,
Fancy wedding, by the way, because he got the.
he got a few money, yeah.
Yes.
It's like,
And then he openly says that I want to get divorced.
oh,
Yeah, that was like 3 years after his marriage.
oh.
And he goes, I cannot wait until my son goes to college. Then I can finally divorce my wife.
Aw.
Because it's so toxic, right? He says that all the time in front of everybody. I know the wife too. From what I've seen, she's quite a nice lady too.
Yeah.
But he disrespects her like that quite openly.
Oh.
Fourth year, he said, actually, I say this all the time to so many people. I got an advice that maybe I should divorce her right now because if we argue all the time in front of the son, it's really bad for the kid.
Yeah.
So maybe he said he was gonna work on it. But people just marry someone without so much of a base of a friendship, and there's nothing left there except for responsibility, and then that doesn't last long, you know?
No, it doesn't. And then I think people here don't realize that it's bad for the kid to be in a house where the parents don't like each other, or
It's
one
really
person
bad,
doesn't like
right?
the other one. That's even worse than if
You
they
cannot
just
hide it in the house.
You can't, because they can feel that tension too,
Yeah.
right? They feel the tension. So I've heard stories of people here who, when their kids become like 8 or 9, the like daughter will just ask the mom, like, "Why are you with dad? You don't love him."
Exactly.
They know that, right? And then there's also this thing where they feel guilty if they feel like you're staying for them, because I heard that a lot of moms will like say that.
Also, I
with their
heard
family, too.
some moms saying that I'm not gonna divorce your father because it'll be such a bad look at your wedding, and after that, okay, I'll have my freedom after the divorce.
Yeah.
I heard that a lot.
They just are so openly saying these things, but that puts a big burden on the kids. So
Good
I
point.
think
I never thought about that.
yeah, that puts a burden on the kids because the kids feel guilty, and I think that's why so many people also get caught up in this hyomun.
Oh,
Like
okay.
my mom, because of me, she had to suffer with my dad all these years, so let me do to her. But then a lot of times they get trapped and they can never go and live their own life.
God.
So that's kind of, it's like a circle, right? So like the kids feel guilty that the parents, because of them, did so much. So then in adulthood, they can't go out and live their life either. So like they're always stuck. That's what I've seen for a lot of people.
I have a friend.
Morty.
Oh God, he okay. So his mother got cancer, so she had like 3 or 4 years. So he wanted to
Wait,
do
3 or 4 years left to live?
yes.
Okay, okay.
So my friend, he really wanted to get married for her. So
Oh,
before
yeah.
she goes, she sees her son getting married. That's a shock
Yes.
for him. It's a very wrong way to do it, in my opinion. One of
Yes.
the worst way.
Yes.
So he did that. So he married this girl. I've met her too, but she has a lot of problems, like emotional problems and mental problems. And he thought I don't have much time because my mom has only a few years left. So he did. He's very unhappy. Not to mention the wife is very unhappy with him.
Of course.
And because they were in a hurry. And he knew it was not right, but he pushed himself to do hyo for his mother.
Right.
And then his mom passed, and there's only disaster left in their marriage.
Of course.
And I have a shaman that I speak to regularly. I introduced him because he was so unhappy with his marriage.
Oh, you like the shamans?
Yes.
Oh, you got to tell me your shaman stories because I have some crazy shaman stories.
really?
I used to be skeptical of shamans. Okay, this is like an interjection.
Yes.
But for pangsong, I used to do a lot of Korean TV stuff. And so a couple times they had me go to the shamans. 3 different ones I went to for TV shows. And they all said, oh, it looks like you're going to have twins. And what happened? I had twins. And they always tell me, oh, you look like somebody who has like stomach issues and stuff. So you're never going to get too fat.
Okay.
And I have bad stomach issues. I have something called IBS. And so it scared me. I was like, I don't want to see these people. There's some demons around here.
So anyway, I hooked him up with my shaman, and because his marriage was falling apart, so he wanted to speak to my shaman, like, what should I do? Should I divorce her or keep her? Because he's also worried about the wife because she has a serious emotional problems. So my shaman asked him, why did you marry her in the first place then? Because they don't know everything. So,
Right, of course.
so why did you marry her in the first place? Oh, because of my mom. I made her happy. I did my hyo for her, so she went happily. You know what my shaman said?
What?
She's not gone. She's around you and very, very worried about your life. So
See, they be having
crumbled.
demons in there. I can't.
He crumbled like, oh, I did all this for nothing.
Yeah.
And she's still worried about me because I am so unhappy with my marriage.
Yeah.
So sometimes Koreans, they sacrifice their marriage and their happiness for their family as well.
Yeah. So nowadays, one thing that a lot of Korean people are trying to do is like real hyo is living your life happily. Because like if your parents sacrificed for you, why are you going to also sacrifice and be in turmoil?
Right.
Because then if you're in turmoil and unhappy in your marriage, then your kids are going to be unhappy.
My parents' generation, they've been looking at this all wrong. I mean, they brought you here to be happy,
Yeah.
to live your life.
And some people use hyo. There's a crazy story I heard about. They had a boyfriend, and then like the boyfriend every night after like 10 p.m. was just like, okay, not texting or anything anymore. So she thought, okay, he just goes to bed early. Which is fine. I go to bed early. I go to bed like 9:30, 10 o'clock too. It's rare in Korea because people are very late night people. So she did some digging because one weekend they were supposed to go on a trip together, but he said, actually, I have to go to one of my family members' wedding. I don't remember the family member. So he's like, oh, I want to go too. Like, let me go be, you know, your plus one. He was like, no, I should just go to the family member's wedding. So I have to cancel our plans. You know, I'll see you the next weekend. But she started getting suspicious. So she dug around online and she started seeing that people were posting him at a wedding wearing a tuxedo. So she clicked on the accounts and it was his wedding.
I shouldn't be laughing.
We shouldn't laugh, but it was his wedding. And so she was like, why are you doing this? He was like, oh, it's my mom. You know, she's sick. She's going to die soon. And so I have to do my hyo for her and have to marry somebody. So I'm just marrying somebody for my mom. But, you know, you're young. So I didn't want you to ruin your life by just, you know, marrying me. You know, I still want to be with you.
Oh, psychopath.
A lot of people use hyo to like cheat too. I've heard of so many like crazy stories. People are like, yeah, you know, my mom this, my grandma that. Because people in Korea know that family obligations are important. So if you're dating someone and they have a lot of family obligations, I gotta do this for my mom or that for my dad, then you should be suspicious.
This might be not so much related, but at the same time, I want to say this. You know, when a lot of Korean men, especially young ones, like Hongdae boys and that age, they would... I'm a bit too old. I'm in my 40s, so I'm like Hongdae 아저씨.
Hongdae 아저씨, oh my god.
They're into foreign women. They're curious.
Yes.
So it's not like a genuine chemistry, but they're curious. Especially like in bed, they're super curious. Like all the Hallyu movies and blah blah blah, and they assume that a lot of Western women are open-minded.
With my iPhone 16 Pro Max.
And they would date you. They would date you. Briefly, but once the relationship matures and it's time to move to next stage or discuss the next possibility of this relationship, they say, oh, my mom wants Korean daughter-in-law. They use that excuse so much. It's like, oh, I love you, you're great, but at the same time, I cannot fight the culture. That's what my mom wants. And then
Yeah.
break
It's
up.
so crazy how you can be with someone and not develop feelings for them. That's wild to me. So ladies, do not go out to the clubs and meet men late at night. I've been telling people this forever. Do not do it. In Korea, if you want to like actually get married, you have to just do sogeting like everyone else.
Yes.
Like I've never, when I very first came to Korea, my Korean friends said, girl, do not ever meet a man in Korea, especially if he comes up to you in the street and talks to you in English, run away. He trash. And so they said, we're gonna sogeting for you. And so I've only ever met people via sogeting. And so I think that's why I've never had any weird experiences.
I don't get sogeting anymore because I'm in my 40s. Everyone else is married. But at the same time, I love sogeting because usually those dates are verified.
Yeah.
They're not crazy girls.
Yeah.
Who go to the clubs every night and
Right.
speak to the F boys, Hongdae F boys.
Yeah. And plus, because your friend's reputation also rides on it, they tend to behave better. That's how I met my husband via sogeting.
Safe choice.
Yeah, it's safe. Just ask your friend, hey, I'm looking for this kind of guy. Do you have someone? They're like, yeah, girl.
As much as the marriage agency, 결정사, they focus on the outer things, I like the aspect of it. Like they verify the people. Although they cannot do it 100%,
Right.
they take care of the outer things for you. So
Right.
you can focus on the person.
So speaking of people's qualifications for marriage, I do also think one of the reasons why people are more so open to dating foreigners and feel it to be more comfortable is because we don't have as many qualifications. I think in Korea nowadays, the person has to be damn near perfect. There's this thing in Korea called the 육각형의 남자, which means six-sided hexagonal man. So that means there are 6 things that the man has to be perfect. You need to have 5. Not good enough. You have to have all 6. And so the 6 ones are appearance, job, university degree status, your family home, your family life, height, and personality are the 6 things. So even if just one thing is missing, then people are like, no, not for me.
The dating culture in general is transactional. And also it's like, I compare this like picking a cereal in Walmart. She picked a cereal, it was perfect. It was healthy, price was good, it was a big box. And then the problem was not as tasty.
Yeah.
It's the one with a lot of sugar, obviously, because it's healthy, right? And it can't be perfect. So she moved on to the next shelf. And she couldn't find anything like this one. So she came back and it was already taken by someone else.
Exactly.
That's what happened. So when I heard that story from the YouTube, I always felt like I was a product in the market. And I also had a sogeting, and we actually became a couple later on. And she confessed me that she had like 5 guys lined up after my sogeting. And then she told me to be happy because she canceled after all this, our second dates.
She said it?
Yeah, she said it. And
should be happy.
she thought I would be happy. Like, what do you, like, so you had like 4 guys, and she said, yeah, these guys are like a Hyundai, Samsung guys, they're making more money than you do. It's like,
At LG. Were you at LG at that time?
I was freelancer.
Oh, okay.
So, but I was making okay money, but it's easy to imagine the salary. If someone says, oh, I work for Hyundai Automobile, you can imagine quite easily based on his age as well. And also she had a Samsung guy the next week. I was still talking to you, and I was going to meet the second guy because it's kind of usual apparently. It's like, what? And she expected me to be happy because she canceled those better products for me. I learned this new expression from my YouTube channel. They said backhanded compliment. That was new to me.
That is a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, and I was like, I was furious. I was disappointed. That was
Yeah.
because it was the beginning of our relationship, and that was the first argument we had. And not just that, we also had lunch with the person who set up the blind date. And that person was my friend's sister, so she didn't really know me well. So she also made the same mistake. She said, my ex at the time, over nice lunch, she said, I told my boyfriend that I canceled all these nice guys with a Samsung, Hyundai, Kia, all these guys because my boyfriend was great, and he got angry. And the middleman who set up the blind date, my friend's sister, she said, well, you should be happy. They're better guys. And I was like, you have a better product after me. Why did you set me up in the first place? Like as a first runner, why did you? And because this girl, my ex at the time, this girl had a breakup and she had a long break from dating market. And then you were the warm up. And they still expected me to be happy listening to all this because I beat all these Samsung guys. Like, also, I was not young at the time. I was like 35. I was like 35, 34, and she was like 2 years younger than me. So they should have known better. Like,
Yeah,
they should
they're
have
old
more
enough.
social experience to
That's crazy.
not say all those wrong things. Because if they were super undereducated, if they quit their school in the middle school, okay. But they went to good universities and they had pretty good social experience. And they
But
still,
I think it's opposite. People who perceive themselves to be higher in society, they have less decorum.
I think in
they're
Korea
like,
that's very
well,
true.
I went to Yonsei, so I can do and say whatever I want. Old people are like that too. They're like, I'm old, nobody can say ish to me, so I'm gonna treat you however I want.
I agree. I'm going back to the height you mentioned. I had an ex, different girl. She asked me.
You've been getting a lot of dates though, that's good.
That's history, but I'm digging up my history. So this girl, I'm 178 and she was 168, right? So there's a 10 centimeter difference between us. And the one night she says, hey babe, can I wear a pair of boots tomorrow? Like I said, you can dress up like a Ninja Turtle, I would still date you. It doesn't matter. So.
Not the Ninja Turtles.
And she asked me more questions about the outfit, and I said, like, why are you so obsessed with my opinion about your outfit? And she goes, babe, because you're not tall, if I wear boots, I'll be as tall as you. So I'm worried just in case you are intimidated by my height. It's like, and also she was the one who had a crush on it's a slightly different topic, but she had a crush on this boy from 2 p.m.
Oh, 2 p.m.
Yeah, not J-Park, because
No, not J-Park, but
I would
the
give
one
up my
who's-
ex for J-Park because I like J-Park. So, so he had a crush on one of those pretty boys, and she always told me that you have his vibe, but you're not him. Stuff like
She would
that.
say that?
Yeah, but it was also backhanded compliments.
Backhanded compliment.
Because you have his vibe a
It's
little
like
bit.
you're almost there, but you're like the discount version.
Yes, like a Temu.
On sale.
Temu
the
2 p.m.
Temu 2 p.m. member.
Yes.
That's crazy how
And
they
then how
do stuff.
she dumped me was, not she didn't dump me, I dumped her because she didn't want to play the villain. So she was in the States studying. She always told me about this guy she met at the barbecue party, a Korean American guy. Told her he has this vibe, and she asked me like, have you had like a love at first sight? And she made a mistake. She made a mistake, but again, like, then I knew because she mentioned them several times already at the time because we were, phone call all the time. And then she wanted me to break up with her so she can be free, but she didn't want to be the villain, like
Yeah.
cheating on me or start a relationship before breaking up. And she was like indirectly telling me to break up with me because we don't have a future because she's in America. Oh, she had a Korean passport, so but I thought I could wait and we could be together, but like, oh no. I was not hurt or anything, but I saw the sign, like how she spoke to me and the appearance. She always mentions the appearance, like you're not as tall as
crazy.
him and he's tall.
That's
Yes.
the comparisons are crazy.
Yes.
I had an ex who like a Korean ex
Go ahead.
before.
Go ahead.
It was like another backhanded,
Compliment?
not even really a compliment, but we were just like sat there one day and then he was like, if you were prettier, you probably have a lot of men in your Instagram DMs. So I'm glad I don't have to deal with that.
Wow.
And I was like,
Wow.
what?
He went there.
I mean, I broke up with him obviously because
Oh,
I'm not dealing
God.
with that. Like, what the hell? What's wrong with you? But it's like, even if you were thinking that, you don't say it to your partner. Like, partners need to feel like
That's
they're the most
so
important
wrong.
people. Again, it goes back to seeing people as people. It's more about your stats, how you look, your weight and this and that. And people are constantly judging you
Yes.
and comparing you to other people. So it's really uncomfortable. It's like,
That's brutal.
it's very brutal. It's brutal. I mean, I get it in a sense that you don't want to be with someone super attractive because everybody's trying to get at them, probably, right? Like, imagine if you're with like a Cha Eun-woo, I guess he's really popular.
Chano?
Every girl would want him, right?
Yes.
I wouldn't marry somebody look like that. Too attractive, not marriageable. I get it. But you don't say that to your partner. I'm glad
Exactly.
that you're not more attractive.
Oh God.
Basically, is what happened.
Oh God. Okay.
So moving on from that into getting back on the focus of like Korean men being interested in international women, what are some things that you think they really like and appreciate about foreign things that seem to be lacking in Korean culture right now?
Yes, I mentioned that after the breakup with my foreign exes, I felt like I really got to know this person because we had a deep conversation. Conversely, when I asked those deep questions to my Korean exes, they were kind of like, confused. Not all of them didn't want to talk about all this, but some of them were quite interested. They said these questions are quite refreshing. Then I asked, your exes didn't ask you all these questions? Like, never. But at the same time, I read some of the comments from other YouTube channel. They said that, I want women who appreciate me and ask me how I feel, what's important in my life. That's why we are drawn into foreign women these days, because they're really interested in me.
Right.
I have a couple of friends who call me all the time, early in the morning, late at night, just tells me how they feel. I'm like, speak to your wife. They say the same thing. My wife, she's not willing to listen to me. But at the same time, what makes you think I am willing to listen to you? Because I think it's perfect stuff that you tell your wife how you feel and what's making you sad and difficult in your life. And he said, the conversation, deep conversation is non-existent in our marriage. I find that very strange. I mean, if they don't do that, what's the point of getting married? The dudes, their conversation is usually one-sided. They don't know how I feel about this. They just want to just
talk.
Yes. Oh. So I assume that it's difficult for the wife to listen to them.
Oh,
so
I see.
You know, it's not only the wife's fault, but at the same time, I imagine being their wife horrible. I don't want to be their wife. Yeah.
I think it could be both, like with your friend's problem. But one thing that I've noted here, like if I met some people and we've been talking for like a couple months, just friends, like not like dating, but just for friends. If I want to open up and share something deep in my life, I've had people like get angry. Like, why are you saying that? I got my own stuff I'm dealing with. I don't want to hear yours.
Yes.
So, and I've also heard other Korean people complain about that just in general.
Right.
Like with their friend groups.
Right.
Like it's a bit harder to just be deeper. People are just like, you're ruining the vibe. Like we're all here having fun. Why are you telling us about your hard day?
Yes.
You're ruining the vibe.
Yes.
So I think people just in general struggle here to like open up and share stuff, because I think people are also taught to like hide problems, hide imperfections, always need to appear to kind of be perfect or that you got your life together. People do that in families too. Like, so probably that girls who are judging you because of your family background,
yes,
their family is probably a piece of too. They just keep it hidden, or nobody talks about it, and they meet together like, look at us, we're a good family, we're all sat together for Chuseok, but then they hate each other inside.
You know, the boys who call me all the time about their problem, they also advised me not to, if I ever get a Korean girlfriend again, they told me not to share any of my family problems.
Oh.
And just date her and marry her, and then later tell us, like, I don't like hiding stuff. That's the thing, right? And also, if you're willing to marry this girl, you got to be open 100%.
Right.
So she knows what she's getting. This whole package of my family background. Yeah.
And then accept it, right?
But he said not everyone is doing that in Korea, and it's not helping with your Korean exes, not Korean girlfriends. So you shouldn't open up so much. Like, what? It's not a good advice, actually.
It's not good advice at all. Why are you friends with these people? Get it together. You need to get it together.
All of them are married, so they have their own family to deal with, and I don't want to know what's going on in the house, because I respect their wife, although I don't really know the wives, but she wouldn't like it if I know all this stuff, what's going on in the house, right?
I think a lot of people in Korea also think you're rude if you set boundaries.
Yeah, right.
That's why I'm just not friends with those people anymore. I've learned. I don't care. And then people will know that you're serious, and then they'll respect you.
True.
And then they think that we're being problematic, but we are being honest.
Yes.
And we only want to have honest, good relationships.
Honesty plays a big role, even in friendship.
One other thing that I've noticed that a lot of Korean people have told me, even my in-laws, we're always taught to be grateful for any time anyone does something for you, because they don't have to do it, your parents or whoever it is. So when our parents do something, even something small, like they made us dinner, we always say thank you.
Yes.
To everyone.
Yes.
So when I say like thank you to my in-laws, they're like, wow, we love that you just say thank you. And my in-laws have even said, they're old Korean people, they even said most daughter-in-laws just feel entitled to like get stuff from them. And then they were like, you know, we know of stories where the daughter-in-law complained that they're not doing enough or for them or whatever, but you don't have any expectation of us to like give you stuff. They love how we're always thankful and grateful for everything. And what I have noticed is in Korean families and marriage, it's just, well, if we're married, this is your role. You're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. So people don't really compliment you on it or thank you for it. They just mostly criticize if they think you're not doing it right. So then it makes you not want to do it anymore. But from what I've noticed, it's because I'm always thankful for everything that like people do for me, even my husband. This past weekend, it was a Pokemon Go event. Origin Forum, Dialga, and Palkia. At COEX is where people mostly play Pokemon Go for events like that, COEX and Gangnam. So we went to COEX, there's a kids cafe. My husband just went to the kids cafe with them, and then I walked with the Pokemon people for like 2 hours to catch all of my Pokemon. And after something like that, I'm like, you know, thank you for taking the kids to the kids cafe so I can play Pokemon Go.
It's very, very important.
And so I can tell, he kind of smiles a little bit, because you know, he knows that I'm grateful and he's happy for it. But then it makes people want to do even more. But I hear from a lot of people that a lot of Korean spouses, both men and women, never really say thank you for stuff or tell people what they appreciate about them. And that's one of the things that people like about foreign people. Have you noticed that, or I don't know?
Yeah, it's a simple things like paying for lunch, and they say thank you for lunch. Thank you for coffee. Like, or can I get coffee? I love that. And it makes you want to pay for more things. Thank you for the ride. A lot of Korean exes of mine, they usually stop saying that after like a few months. Oh, reminded me of something, the story.
Okay, David. David's got more tea for us. David is his producer over there, by the way.
Friend of mine, he would drive her, his girlfriend, after every date, he would drive her home. She got so comfortable. For sure, she stopped saying thank you for the ride. That's not even an issue. She got so comfortable about the ride and in the car, she would look for her trash in the back and leave it in the car. So the boyfriend would take care of it. I was listening to the story and I thought it'd be easier to just take the trash with her because she's going home now.
Exactly.
And the boyfriend has to pick up the trash from the car again and throw them away.
It'd be different if she was like going to work or something, where maybe she can't have the trash, but taking it home, it's like, okay, I'm going to work. Can you throw this away for me?
Yes. All those little things that they play a big role in a relationship. And I never had exes who did that, but if they ask me like, oh, can you just, because I'm going to work now, like, can you do it? I'll be more than happy to do it, but just to say it, right? And ask, and also say thank you, like please, all these things. Appreciation, it plays a big role. With compliments, with my non-Korean exes, they always gave me compliments. Like, you know, the Boots girl, the America.
Boots girl.
One time we went to the beach in Busan, and I took my top off the beach, and she goes, "Why don't you have six-pack?" I was so unprepared to the question, like,
where's your double D's?
To be fair, she had a flat chest. You know what I mean?
Oh, you too nice. I'm like, where your titties? I don't see no cleavage in that bikini.
She didn't have them.
I cannot.
Oh,
okay,
God.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
so
stuff like that pisses me off.
But non-Korean exes, they always say that even I was not in a good shape, they would say, "Oh, you have nice body, and I like your shirt today.
Yeah,
it's nice." And then I would just do the same thing for her. "I like your hair today. I like your backpack. You look very cute today. I love your coveralls," because I love coveralls. But anyway, one of my exes were
cornrows.
Coveralls.
Oh, I thought you said cornrows. I was like, oh, you got
cornrows. No.
Okay, down with the brown.
I like your outfit, and stuff like, "Oh, red looks good on you." Stuff like that. I learned from my non-Korean exes. It's very nice, and we have a saying that 칭찬은 고래도 춤추게 한다. A little praise makes the whale dance.
Yeah.
And I also said in English, you catch more flies with the honey. So I always had more confidence. Like my non-Korean exes were my good confidence booster. I always felt like I was handsome. I was somebody, and they said, "Oh, your artwork is amazing." But my Korean exes, they just don't comment. They just don't comment anything, like at all.
Yeah.
"Oh, so you're gonna work on your artwork?" So yes. Okay. Good luck. Foreign exes, they would say something like, "I love your drawing. I love your current artwork." And then I work harder, and also I pay for more things for her. I want to plan more dates for her.
of course, you want to see people who say positive things about you,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And who make you feel wanted. I think it's important in a relationship to make the person feel wanted and loved. And
And
it was
you-
something that was weird for my husband too at first.
Right.
Because I'm always like, whenever I get the chance, I'll be like, I like when he wears hats. So I'm always like, oh my God, you look so handsome.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then he's just like, oh, good. But at first he said it was awkward for him and he thought I was just joking. And I was like, why would I marry someone I thought was ugly?
Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
He thought I was just joking. I was like, why would I marry someone I thought was ugly?
That's very true. Like we don't know what to say when
Yeah.
people compliment us. Then we don't know what to say because we are not used to it.
Yeah, and the old people, they're the opposite. They only point out flaws.
Yes.
So even I, like sometimes with the old people in the family, I'd be like, I cannot with y'all today.
Right.
I cannot with y'all today.
That if you give compliment, then I pay attention to your appearance to find the good things about you. Makes you more beautiful.
Of course.
So it works both ways. But negative comments, I try to look for ugliness in you,
Of course.
so I can comment back.
Of course.
Unfortunately, in Korean dating market, it doesn't really exist. Some people do, but not all of us.
I don't know what it is, but people, again, they always expect things to be perfect. And so instead of, just in general, I think a lot of people tend to be more negative. They don't look for the goodness of what's happening. So I notice, I think it makes people just more sad in general. Because if you're always not grateful for what you have, you're always looking at what somebody else have or like what you want, then you can't help but be unhappy, right?
It's connected to the idea of 육각형의 남자. You have 5 things and one missing, and we talk about the one thing that's missing rather than all those 5 things you have.
Yeah,
That's why we don't compliment about the 5 things, but focus on the negative
right,
one thing that's missing.
right.
It could be my personal opinion, but the lack of compliment from my personal experience, it comes from family. It was exactly the same.
Absolutely.
Like, even my parents, they never compliment anything about me,
They don't.
and they always point out the decisions that's not as successful as I
They
thought
do.
that would be, and they point out like, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. Look where you are now, because of your mistake. Rather than all those nice things that I achieved, they don't want to look at. Because I gotta be perfect.
When you become family in Korea, you're going to have to deal with that.
Could be.
And I think especially because men a little bit more need validation. I think a lot of people think women need a lot of validation, and we do, but I think the validation is different. We just want to know that our man loves us and like thinks that we look pretty. But I feel like with men, especially if they're really working hard for you, as a lot of Korean men do, they work long hours or whatever so their family can be successful. I feel like they really need a lot of validation. They like thrive on it. And I feel like if they're not getting it at home, then they focus more on outside things. Like men tend to go where they get complimented, in my opinion.
Okay.
That's another thing I heard that leads to a lot of cheating here. Because a lot of men, like maybe they work long hours or whatever, he comes home, he does the dishes and she complains about the dishes. Or they're not clean enough or whatever. But then outside, they meet a chick, apparently. She's like, oh, you know, you're so nice or whatever, starts complimenting them. And that's one of the things that a lot of people who cheat here say gets them to like go and cheat too.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 things in my opinion. One, validation from the women who are not their wife at work. So it's refreshing. So they get more confident. The second thing is the wife is not willing to listen. So, but usually it's a common misunderstanding that because you're like a team leader or boss at work and your other staff, they have to listen to you over lunch. But they think they're really listening to me because they're
Right.
willing to. And then this girl in her 20s, she listens to me.
Because you're her superior and you're old.
Yeah, but they don't see that, right? So they develop feelings for them. But again, if the woman is older at work and they actually exchange some real feelings, then okay, the cheating happens as well. As we talked about, we decided to get married so quickly, like a few months after you meet your girlfriend. After this excitement is gone, there's a void. And you tend to fill that void from someone else. Most likely at work because you work so hard, spend so much hours at the office, and then you meet those people who kind of listens to you and they compliment you. And you decided to have love instead of in the house because it's already gone. There's no good base of friendship. Again, I keep saying this. So cheating happens like that, but I think it works both ways. The women sometimes they do so much they do the housework. At the same time, they have 9 to 5 full-time job. And the husband, he doesn't appreciate her. So she has also the void. And when they meet each other at work, oh, this person really appreciates me. And she gives me, or he gives me the compliment I've been looking for.
Right.
And then easily, they have soft spot. And they touch each other. And then, you know, they break and cross the line.
Yeah. It's not just the men, it is the women who are cheating too, like what you said, because Korean men do not do housework. Did you know that out of all the OECD nations, Korean men are dead last for housework? Do you know that Korean men do less housework than Indian men?
Are you serious?
They do.
Oh, God.
It's only by like 10 or 15 minutes, but I'm not trying to like talk crap about other countries, but you know, in India, like men and women's rights they're still a lot more traditional. So the fact that they're doing more housework than Korean men says something. It was on the news a couple years ago too.
I'm not proud of this. I'm not proud of this.
Get it together.
I wanted to add a little bit more about the cheating. When I was 9 to 5, I saw a lot of people having an affair.
I thought you said when I was 95. I was like,
oh, sorry, 9 to 5.
Are you a vampire? Okay. 9 to 5.
9 to 5. When I had a 9 to 5 job, I've seen a lot of people having affairs in the office. They usually, because you know, men talk to men, not the women. So I only hear from the men, and they say that they have side girlfriend who is also married. So usually these men tends to have affair with married one, not the single one, because having a side girlfriend who is married, it makes everything easier.
Did you know there's some open chatting where they only allow other people? So open chatting, like on Kakao, like you can go to open chatting rooms. You guys know I'm into like Pokemon Go ones, right? So everybody just joins in this group on Kakao and like chats, and then you can go off and have side chats too. So there's some for cheating, and for some of them, they only allow people who are married. And so in order to prove that you're married, you have to send a picture of your family. They're like, you have to send a picture of you and your family so that everyone knows that you're a safe partner to cheat with, and then everybody in the room just sort of like cheats together.
Oh, so it's an open field for the people who are validated. A few months ago, we shot a video about Korean society being sexless society. I disagree.
They're only sexless in marriages. So the person you're supposed to have sex with, you don't. You have sex with other people. It's like, don't get it twisted. They're doing it. They're just doing it.
Very sharp.
With other people who are not their partners.
Spot on. Spot on.
And the hookup culture is crazy here too, I hear.
Yes. With married people?
I mean, single people just like going out and hooking up and stuff. Years ago, I made a video about it where I went out to clubs and interviewed people.
Oh, okay.
So we interviewed people and asked them about like, oh, do you have one night stands or you know people? Everybody's like, yeah.
Oh.
But people like hide it a little bit.
Asking for a friend, which club was it?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It was like years
Can you remember
ago.
and text me?
He real thirsty then. Let's matchmake you. I've talked to him a couple times. He's a very good guy. He's very smart. He's very insightful. So he'll like think and know how to like share his feelings and stuff.
You can find me in a club.
Don't say that. You're gonna ruin your chances. Get out the club. Okay? You're older than me, but I need to mentor you.
To be fair,
you need help.
To be fair, they don't allow people in their 40s
to go to clubs?
You're looking like me, they don't. No. In Hongdae clubs, they don't allow me to go in. Yes. I've been rejected before. But I had like the people who came to like a business trip when I was 9 to 5.
Okay, not 95.
And they were curious about the club culture. So I said, oh, let's go. And they're like, oh, you're too old.
Wow.
Like, oh, that hurts.
I guess it depends on where you went and what you look like, I guess.
True. I went to the wrong town, Hongdae.
You better go to the people bar, get you some shirlipating, and then roll up in there. Hey, I'm ready to go. Okay, so just going back to the idea of international marriages increasing, I do think people, especially older people's views on international marriage have also changed.
Yes.
Like the kids, they think they're very cute. Like little mixed kids, they think are cute. So the older generation is less likely to reject.
Right.
I think a foreign bride also, simply because people are just not getting married and dating. The birth rate is low. So they're like, somebody please marry my son or my daughter.
In my humble opinion, I think Korean men it's not like we don't want to get married, but it's not happening. I think that's one of the reasons why
mail order brides from like Vietnam and like lower income countries. Yeah. There's a lot of people, especially farmers and whatnot, who do the mail order brides.
Yes.
Yeah.
I watch some of those videos. These men are very lonely. And even after divorce with a Vietnamese wife, they want to have another wife because they feel very lonely. So I think the marriage is not happening, although we want to, because of the competition and many reasons like housing prices and blah, blah, blah. So I think we are in a phase where a lot of Korean men, including myself, we have a fantasy about international marriage. We naturally assume that maybe not marrying the Korean women, but foreign women would be better. It's gonna solve all the problems. But we are in a phase where we're seeing the pros and cons right now. And I think after this phase, we will be more rational to decide whether to go for the international marriage or just marry the Korean women or stay single. But right now, the international marriage is rising and it's getting more popular. And also comments from the 언니 video, 한방 언니. Korean men have a lot of fantasies towards Japanese women, foreign women, open-minded,
They really
very
do.
kind and caring, blah blah blah. But we also have some nice Korean women as well. But
Of course.
we tend to focus on the negative side of our local women.
I think so.
So I think it's an interesting phase, which is why it is meaningful to have this talk at this point.
I think so too.
Also, from my channel, the same thing is happening in Western countries. A lot of my subscribers are middle-aged Americans, divorced usually, and they think Korean men are great. They have this fantasy, which is why they get catfished as well.
Oh, there's catfishing?
A lot of it.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Usually the same story. This good-looking Korean guy wants to date me and come over to America to meet me. And he's single, very good-looking. Some of them even send me the picture of him, non-existent. Him and her picture. Sorry to say this, they don't match because this woman is a lot older. And a lot of it is happening and I get a lot of emails. The same story. And he has this accident and his bank account is frozen. So he's in trouble and he needs cash, send it over. And he needs like a ticket money for the plane to America, blah, blah, blah. And then they send the money and he's done. And sometimes they say, oh, I don't want to send you money. Then he ghosts them. You've been talking to someone from China probably or Bangladesh.
From somewhere.
It's a scam. It's like old Nigerian prince story.
Yeah.
It's happening a lot. I get those emails a lot.
Wow. So instead of the Nigerian people that they're connecting with now, they're connecting with
Pretty
Korean
boys, Korean guys.
That is insane. The people are so evil. Preying on these people's like insecurities and hopes.
And they've been hurt before.
Yeah.
Experience a divorce and they have this void. And with the kids, a lot of responsibility. And this Korean prince who looks like a K-drama guy. And surprisingly, he's willing to date them.
That's why I said you have to be a little bit realistic.
Yes.
Like I know that people, when they're so down, just any sort of hope like makes them feel a little better. And I think some people might even know this is probably a scam, but maybe they just want to talk to somebody.
The last email I got like 2 days ago, as I mentioned, she sent me her own photo and the guy, this catfishing guy. This guy is so good looking, I want to date him. And this lady is just average, a little bit obese with the kids, and he's willing to date you. I was like, I doubt that. I politely replied. I usually don't reply, but she was very hurt, so I replied,
very politely.
Yeah, about 10 million% it's catfishing, be careful. I told her. But she's already depressed. She didn't send any money to him.
That's good.
But she was hurt by the fact that he's asking for money now. So it's very clear that it's going to be a catfishing.
Yeah.
But she wanted to confirm.
Look at you out there helping people in real life.
I'm not good at compliments.
You're not going to comment.
But thank you.
So on that note, we are going to wrap up for today. Thank you so much for coming. I really had fun.
I had a lot of fun and I had a chance to look back at my experiences.
Yeah, same here. And also, it's much better talking to someone than talking to yourself in front of the camera. I think I'm going to start doing more sit-down talks with people because I'm just talking to myself. It's like so much better to like talk to someone. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing your insights and your stories and everything. And you also do tattooing of the hairline.
Yes, I do.
I would like to come in for that.
The reason why I have a lot of stories is because they talk to me.
Right.
Because it's an intimate procedure.
Right.
And my shop is private, so they tend to open up a bit too much sometimes.
Yes.
But usually it's like a relationship stories and their hardships about competition and blah blah blah.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I can imagine because they're touching your hairline. So see, the reason why I always have a headband and like my little bang frillies is because my hairline
It's fine. It's fine.
is a little bald over there. I'm gonna come get myself tattooed. His shop is like near where my husband works. So one morning when my husband goes to work, I might just ride over there. I'm gonna set an appointment.
Yes.
So if
Please
you need
do.
any of those services, get them. If you want to go hear about Seoul Yellow Fellow, aka Jediah's Amish, Jediah the Amish. That's his rap name. We joked about it before. I'm like, your rap name is gonna be Jediah the Amish. Then I'll have all of his information and whatnot down below. Thanks for coming.
It was an honor to be here and share the stage with you. Stage? Is that right? Set with you.
Set.
It was an honor to set.
Good. Okay.
It was an honor to be part of your show, and I learned a lot from you. And
really?
I'm very happy. Feel lucky to share the set with you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. So, if you like this video and you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe to my YouTube page, which is down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, like me on Facebook, and I will see ya.
Thank you. Bye bye.